thanks everyone for joining today's webinar session from manual to automated testing, a live demo on web testing automation. So myself, Webho, I am partner solution engineer at Katalon. I have 11 plus years of experience over software automation using various tools. And I am working with this Katalon tool from last 2 years. And 6 months back, I joined the product itself. And now I am helping the partners and customers day to day to enable them with the Katalon with the technical challenges what they face. So that's my basic intro. And today with me, we have the guest speaker Monty with us. So, hey, hi Monty. So, can we have like quick intro from you?
Hello everybody, my name is Monty and I have close to 15 years of experience in software testing working with different clients in different and multiple domains and across geographies. I have been using Katalon since 2017 and 2018 and I have implemented Katalon Studio with my different clients. So that would be pretty much about me.
Hey, thank you, Monty. And like as you mentioned, you are using the Katalon from like 2017. It's like almost the initial days of Katalon. And so that would
Yes,
be
I
great.
think the first initial that's correct. The first initial stable release I think was in 2016 and I have been using it since 2017 or 18.
Yes, so that will be great. Like today we'll learn about a lot of things about Katalon, like you saw from initial stage to till now where we are. So thanks, Monty, for joining us with today. So let's quickly start with today's agenda. So today we are going to cover with the Katalon Studio overview. Then we'll see the live demo on web automation testing, and Monty will share with us the helpful feature recap. And at the end of the session, we'll have the Q&A session. So if you have any technical question or doubt, you can always post on our Q&A section. We'll take at end of the session. And we'll have the poll section for today's webinar. So please feedback us how you like this today's session so we can plan more such session like that. So yeah, so let's quickly start with the Katalon Studio overview. So as you are like, if you are a new user or you are using the Katalon tool, so we have like different products in Katalon platform, which we can use on the different phases of testing. So first, our main product, if I'll say that, which is the Katalon Studio Enterprises, which will help us to create the script of for the different application type, whether it's a web, API, mobile, or desktop in a single tool. Okay, and where we can easily create the script with the help of recording features, and we can use the inbuilt libraries. So that will help us to create the script. And once the script is created, we can easily like maintain our script in any of the central repository. As you can see, we have all the options available in the Katalon Studio to easily do the integration. Once our script is reached to the central repository, you can have the option to the execution either over the Katalon runtime engine, which will help you to do execution on the command line execution, or you want to do the pipeline CI/CD execution, you can use the Katalon runtime engine. Same way, if you want to do the cross-browser, cross-device testing, we have the feature for the test cloud, where we have the multiple OS device combination and browsers are available, which will help us to do the cross-device testing without doing any physical setup or any like manual setup. Okay, and we have the test ops, which is nothing but our central repository where all our execution report will get stored. You can create your requirements, you can start your sprints, you can manage your runs, you can schedule your runs, you can manage, in short, you can manage all your QA activity in one place. So that is nothing but the Katalon test ops. So with the help of Katalon platform, we can do the remote execution with we can do the scheduling of your execution, and we can do the command line execution. So this is in short the overview of the Katalon platforms. So let's quickly go with the next slide. So here it is showing the end-to-end flow, how we can generate the script with the help of Katalon Studio. Then we can do the execution with the help of Katalon runtime engine over the different CI/CD tool, AWS, Docker, or Azure. And once we will do that, it will like store our results in the Katalon desktops. So with the help of Katalon Studio, we can create do the test case generation, design, and cross-platform execution with the help of low script automation, enterprise features, and you can access all the Katalon plugins that is all included with this Katalon Studio platforms. So that is about the Katalon platform overview. So let's quickly start with our live demonstration. I don't want you to miss any of the today's session because we have the Monty who's expert in the Katalon. So let's quickly start with the web testing demo. So I'll hand over to Monty. So Monty, you can continue.
Thanks, Prabhav. Let me just share my screen. Okay, I have just shared my screen. I hope you're all able to see it. Give me a nod. Yes, no.
Yes, Monty, we can able to see your screen.
Okay, so welcome again. Welcome to all ladies and gentlemen to this exciting webinar where we embark on a journey through the world of test case creation in Katalon Studio. Over the next 30 minutes or so, we will uncover three powerful methods that not only streamline your testing processes but also amplify your efficiency. Uh, Thereon, from the art of data-driven testing to the orchestration of a test management for a demo apparel store, which we would just show you now. We will delve into every facet, and that's not all. Stay tuned for the feature highlight features like the remarkable Git. So let's just fasten on seat belts as we explore the horizon of Katalon Studio. Now, first and foremost, if you have to download Katalon Studio, you can just see on my screen, you have to go to katalon.com and look for download studio option. I hope you are able to follow my cursor. It's highlighted red. Let me know if you're not able to do that. I will highlight it specifically. Okay, so for today's session, we would be just creating a local project. So if you want to run your tests through a CLI command line interface, then you would need runtime engine. But for today's session, you can just we can just rely on Katalon Studio Enterprise. So depending upon the OS you have, you can download. After download, you have to extract the folder and execute the application file, which is the Katalon, and it will do the rest. Once you execute that, you will see the interface like you're seeing on your screens. So apart from all the features you see on the top, and if you follow my cursor, you will see a lot of icons. Apart from all these features, we can divide Katalon Studio interface mainly into three. The first is this one, which is nothing but the Test Explorer. This panel on the left displays the hierarchy of your project, including test cases, test feeds, object repositories, and different other project items. The second can be this one, this area, which is nothing but the editor tabs. This is the central area of the interface that contains tab for different open items such as test cases, test objects, data files, and we can switch between these tabs to edit various components. And the third one would be this area, which would be mainly consisting of console log. This console log, which is at the bottom, it provides real-time updates and messages during test execution, and it's a helpful tool for debugging and understanding the execution. So it's majorly divided into three parts. Any Katalon user would be using these three areas very frequently. Now let's just quickly create a project. You have to go to the file and create a project. You will be popped up with a window as you see on the screen, and let me just name the project Katalon Studio Live Demo. I will just follow the Pascal naming convention. Since it's a web, I will choose web, but it depends upon your project whether it's API, mobile, desktop, or any generic project. So let's just choose web. It's a local project. I do not need any repository URL. We will create a local project, and I will quickly press OK over here, and it will initialize some variables, project class paths, which we do not have to worry about. And it will also enable the test ops integration, which is a completely and a fantastic Katalon offering. And these are teams and projects which I have already created, so I would not explain this. Let's quickly jump to our project. Okay, so as I told you, when you create a project, so mainly three divisions over here, everything will be empty because it's a new project. So let's create one automation test. Before that, let me show you the application under test, it's an apparel website known as Zack Market. So what we would do, since we would also delve into data driven testing, first we will see how we can automate any tests in Katalon Studio. So what we will do, I have already created an email and password. We will automate this and we will validate it after our test creation. For that, I will just copy this website because this is our application under test. Now you go to test case, right click, just follow my cursor. It's already highlighted in red. You can create a folder. You can directly create a test case. It depends upon the developer or the tester. Let's create a test case. Since it's the login test case, I will name it login test case. So as soon as you press OK, and it will open in a separate tab. Everything is empty. So let us just record this login test case. So if you see here, I will just highlight it. Okay, this globe icon with a red dot in it. You just have to click it, and this web recorder would open in front of you. I will just expand it. This area URL, you have to key in your URL of the application that you are going to test, or that you are going to automate. Besides it, you will find different browsers. So for today, we will just record it on Chrome. And once we proceed in the session, I will also tell how to use a different browser. So let's just record it. So you just have to press the record button, and the application would open. I will just adjust it a little bit so that you can also see. Just pay attention to the left, keywords or activities, what I am doing, it would be captured here. So I have opened the browser and navigated to the URL. Now let's go here. Sign in page comes. Please pay attention to the web recorder as well, so that you will get an idea, how it is capturing it. So I have already created my username and password. If you see this red highlighter around your element, it means that your web recorder has successfully initialized. If you do not see it, then there is some problem. It's there. I will just. So I have entered my email and password, which I already created. I will click here, and just I will add one more test over here. Like, I will just verify the element text. Some of the keywords are readily at your perusal. So let's use one of them, which is we will verify the logout text. So after this, you can stop your script using this button, this red square over here. Once you stop, it will automatically append one more keyword, which is close browser, and we will save the script over here. Now it will ask you where you want to store your elements, whether you want to store it directly under object repository or you want to create a new folder. So as a best practice, let's create a new folder. Since it's for the signing page, I will name it signing. Press OK. It is created here, and I will press OK, and that is done. You see login test cases is created, and the object repositories is under the sign in folder which we just created. Now if you see, these are nothing, these are the keywords. We could have done it by choosing individual or specific keywords as well from here. If you go here, since it's web, so it's for web UI. Let's say I wanted to clear text, so I could have done in this way, but for this test case, let's delete this. Now this is manual tab. So if you follow my cursor, manual tab, if you go to the script mode, it has been replicated in the script format as well. So we have the flexibility to switch between script and manual mode. So this is the login test case which we just created. Now let's run it. You can run it using different browsers, but let's just run it in the Chrome web browser, and let's see whether it's able to execute or not. So we just press this right side inverted triangular button, and this job progress tab would open. It takes time because internet and the PC performance. Otherwise, it is fast. See, it opened the Chrome browser. It will navigate exactly to what we have captured, sign in, and it will verify the logout. See, now this green bar means that the test has been successfully executed. If you double click on the log viewer, you can see all the steps have been passed. Had there been any error, it would have been displayed with this cross like this, but it's passed. So let's just see what's on the right hand side. So it says that the actual text what and the expected test was nothing but this logout has been matched. That's why this test has passed. So this is simple. But now what if I do not want a hard coded value in the username or the email and in the password? So there are different ways we can initialize our variable. So let me just initialize it and quickly run it for you. So let's create, quickly initializing it. Password was this, and I will replace. You can replace in the script mode, and it will get replicated in the tab mode. So it's just upon how you feel. So steps like these can be easily modified here. So I will use the script mode, and I will just show it has been replicated in the manual tab as well. Okay. See the manual, so it has been replaced with the user because our input is user and password. So let me just quickly run it once again, and we will see what happens, whether it's able to take the input from the variables or not. Even if you don't prefix the variable with def and string, if you just write user is equal to whatever value you have, so it will be it will. I think there has been some problem. Let me just check it. Okay. So the problem was this was not encrypted, but while I was recording it, it was encrypted. So let me just for this session's convenience, let me just quickly set it text. So you can do it from the script mode as well. So while recording, if you key in any password, it will automatically encrypt it just for security purpose. But if you want to specifically decrypt it, you can use the set text as well. So that's what I did. Otherwise, if you want to encrypt it, you can go to tools, and there is one utility over here, encrypt text. You can just key in your raw text and you can copy that encrypted text. Okay, so I will not do that here. So if you see that it took the variables as well. So these are nothing but the local variables. Even if you do like this, it will still work. Okay, it's just how Groovy is automatically able to detect what type of data type it is. Okay, so now let's create a global variable that I want to call in this test case. Global variable is nothing but a variable that can be called globally in any of the test cases, which can be managed through the profiles here. So these profiles are nothing. For example, if you have specific details for your test environment, something else for your production environment, environment, something else for your environment. So you can do that. You can create one or multiple profiles. So the default profile is listed over here. I will just double click it and I will just declare the variable here, user. So let's string with my email ID, and I will add password over here, and okay. And don't forget to save this two floppy disks over here. This is for save all, everything would be saved. And if you want to save an individual tab, you just click on save. So that's it. But my habit is to save all. So it gets saved. Okay, now let me call this global variable over here. So to call a global variable, you have to type global, but you have to ensure that the G and V of global variable should be in capitals. Okay, so similar fashion, G global variable, and you can also verify it by pressing a dot, and after that press control space, and if it shows your variable, then you're on the right path. So otherwise, yeah, like this. Okay, now let me run it one more time and see whether the global variable, I mean, it's able to find the reference from the default profile over here. Let me quickly run it once again. And the syntax, if you directly want to write the script for web application, is web UI dot. See, it's passed here, so it was also a success here. Now, as I was telling you, the syntax is web UI and it's different from mobile and for desktop. Okay, so it's different. So since it's web, it is web UI, and you can also have a quick look on the keywords, built-in keywords over here, web UI. You can find a number, plethora of keywords to be used in your test scripts. You can find it from here, or you can just go to the manual script and add, delete, modify, whatever you want to do. And it's pretty simple, to get. If you do not understand any keyword, you just hover over it and there would be a clear-cut explanation of what this keyword is doing. Even if you don't understand with this, you can go to the forum.katalon.com and you will find a clear-cut explanation with examples there as well. But it's pretty much, it's a simple plain English. So now manual script, and there is one tab variable. Now let's assume I do not want to use the default variables as well. I want to create a script variable which I would be using it for my test data driven testing, which I will show you in a while. So let me create. So this is the variable part. So I will create two variables, one for the username, which I will name email and I will keep it blank, and one for the password. I will also keep it at blank. Don't forget to save all, and you can map the created variable from here as well. So you just double click here. Earlier it was global variable, now it is variable. Press OK. Variable and password, and let's just save it. Now if you go to the script mode, it would not find any reference to this variable. So let's keep it parked over here because it's an underline. So that means, this variable, could not find any reference, in the script, because there is no value for that. So let's just keep it parked here. There is a reason for this. Now let's create another test case, which is we will sign up, or we will create some profiles from the test data, from our own test data, which we will create in a while. So let me name it first, which is nothing but the essence of a data-driven testing. So for a data-driven testing, you can do it in different ways. If you have an Excel, if you have a CSV, or if you're in a database set, or if you want to do it internally within Katalon Studio. So there are these options. So for creation of your data, you navigate to data files over here, do a right click, test data. So the data type would be Excel CSV database internal. So let's just choose internal and name it accordingly. Let's say login list. Okay, login list over here. So what do you want to achieve? Over here, we will go to the website. We will go here, sign up, and we will fill, or we will create the profiles based on these 4 columns. But we want the details for this to be taken from a specific data. In our case, let's say it's an internal data which I named login list. So I will quickly create 4 columns as per this full name. Second one is email. Email is nothing but the username in this website. Third is password, and fourth one is verify. So let's just name it confirm password, like C password. Now I will fill in the data, and let me name it something. Elongate it a little bit so that you are able to see. We'll create one more. So this is our test data. Test data is ready, but we did not create a sign up test case because we have to capture all the elements as well. So let's just repeat the process again. I will quickly do it over here. Record, sign up, just trying to capture the element locators, and after that I will replace it with my variable in the test data file. Password, password, and sign up. Okay, let me save the script and create a new folder. Let's name it sign up and press OK. Okay, so now I will create 4 variables in the same script, and I will map it with the element locators what I just captured. So I will just quickly do it once again. Full name, was email, third was password, and the fourth was C password. So default value would be null because I do not want to take it from here. I just want to take it from my test data file, which is nothing but the login list. So this is internal and specific to Katalon Studio. Okay, and let me just go to manual. So full name is this value is nothing but the variable that I just created in the test script or here in the variables tab. I'll just okay it, and variable type is variable, so that's why I'm choosing the value type as variable, otherwise it will not pop up over here. Email is email, and password, did I name it password variable? Just a second. Oh yeah, let's change it quickly, but it does not create any confusion. And manual, I will replace it with password, and the last one would also be variable. Confirm password and save it. So what we will do, we will sign up, okay, and after the sign up has been successfully created, we will call the login test case, and we will validate our creation of profiles in a test suite, okay, or rather I will just straight away jump to test suite collection, because test suite is nothing but a subset of test suite collection. So in this way, just I want to make sure that I feed two birds with one stone. Okay, now I will just open the login test case once again, and we'll check everything is right or not. Okay, email, okay, yeah. Okay, now I will go to test suites over here. So that I can bind the data or map the data, we can do it in two ways. We can straight away bind in the test case, or we can use another approach, which is from the test suite perspective. So I will just create a test suite here, test suite, write new test suite over here, and I will name it at login test suite. It opens login test suite, not the test case, it's the test suite. I will add the login test case over here. Okay, you see now if you follow my cursor, there is one show data binding tab. I will bind the data. So from where I want to take the data, I will close it. Under test data, you click on add. From where you want to take the data, from the internal data set, which is nothing but the login list which we just created. Click OK, and these are nothing but the script variables. Let me just adjust it for you. Okay, email and password. Okay, now click on map all. It will automatically find the match. If the names of the variables in your test file and your test script is same, it will straight away map it like this. If there is any different, you can just adjust it here by clicking on data column, setting the type as data column over here and adjusting it. So you can do that. Since the name, there was no differences in the name, it automatically mapped it over here. Second, I will create a test suite for sign up, and I will add the sign up test case over here. Similar fashion, I want to use the internal data login list, and I will click on map all. Everything, there was no difference, so it. Now let's create a test suite collection wherein I will call both of these test suites having sign up and login page, and would check whether after creation of the profiles, those are getting executed or not. So I will name it as test suite collection _1. Okay, now you will see to add the test suites, do not confuse it with test case. This is a test suite that I already created. Now first I want to run this, then login, because we would be eventually checking after the creation of profiles whether those login are successful or not. Okay, so sign up test cases. Now, initially I told you that we can run it with different browsers. So let me do it here. I will choose Edge Chromium for the login test case. Okay, so this is test suite collection, and there are different parameters, sequential and parallel. We will not go into that. We will just run it and see what is happening. Uh, let us check one more time everything is set or not. Okay, sign up test suite. Okay, and now let me run it. So for execution of a test suite collection, you just go here and press execute. So what it will do, what it should do, that it should create a profile, create the profiles taking the value from here, and it should validate in the login test suite or the login test case. Okay, because it is taking email and password, which we have already mapped in the test suite. Now let's run it and see what happens. So you can see at the bottom console log it has started. So the first test case, which was, sorry, the first test suite, which has sign up test case, it will run with Chrome. Okay, something went wrong. Let it run, and then we will debug what happened. Okay, so I think let me go to the sign up test case. Yes, I think we did the same mistake again. It was encryption over here. Let me save it and let me check it one more time for the login test case, whether everything is right or not. Okay, and let's just modify. I will just close it because I think the test suite is already running. Just check it. Yes, it is already running. Okay, no problem. I will just modify it a little bit. I do not want any hiccups with the test data file. Just change it a little bit. Test suite collection, and I will run it again. It has started running. I think the previous one, it is uploading report, which we terminated, but no issues. So it will open the first test suite having the sign up test case, and it will go to the sign up page, and it created the first profile from the first row that was present in the test data file, which is nothing but the internal to Katalon. Now it is trying to create the second one. Okay, it did it successfully. Now it will validate the created profile but with Edge, so that I can show you that it can run with different profiles. Okay, so there was some problem with the login test case as well. Let me quickly check it. I'll just terminate it. Please bear with me.
Yes, Monty, we are there with you. Yeah,
I
Moti.
think
So
these.
we have couple of questions around the same, like this only. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, so once execution will get over, like I'll ask your help to show some of the options which are there in the Q&A section. So we'll answer those questions.
Okay.
Okay, it got hanged. It got
Yeah.
hanged. Yeah.
But the thing is, you got the idea. So it might have failed due to some element locator issue, but the thing is that uh, it created this sign up test case. I mean, it created all the profiles running Chrome. Later, although it failed, but it opened Edge Chromium. After that, whether it failed or passed, it will get completed, for which the reports you would be able to see in the report section. Let it come back, then I will show you.
Okay.
Yeah, just a second. I will just try to
I
open
think
it
you
again.
can, yeah, you can kill the process and you can try it. Right?
Yes. Okay. So on the download folder, as I said, you will have this Katalon application. You just have to execute it, and it will automatically configure everything for you. You don't have to worry about anything like the open source free automation tools. You don't have to do anything. It will set up everything for you. It might take 1 minute or so, but yeah, it will do the job for you.
So, like Monty, till it's getting open, I'll take some of the Q&A like questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, one of the user is asking, when you use the unique identifier, must I select attribute locator to make sure it selects that? Must it
Mhm.
be checked off under object property? So I think the user is talking about the like a locator setting in the inside the project setting options. We have like we can select the to work with the particular object locators on the project level. So
Object locators. So for object locators, Catanol Studio, it primarily captures XPath as the default locator when recording actions on the web element. Let me open any of the test case first. So that, however, it also offers the flexibility to choose other attributes, like there are CSS selectors, IDs, or other locators based on your preferences or the structure of your web applications. So it depends. For example, uh, let's say, so you click on right. So this is also one of the very nice features. If you want to open anything, you just right click and you open it. So you can see all the selected locator object XPath. So under XPath, as I told, this is the primary and the default, but you can choose from different attributes. You can create your attributes, you can add it, you can check the detection. I mean, how you want to
yes,
detect it by checking or unchecking over here. You have CSS, you have image, you have plethora of options. If you want to create your, I mean, if you want to create your element locator, just create it and just paste it here. It's that simple. And
yes,
also, if you go to test suite, so if you see, sorry, test reports over here, it is readily available at your perusal, unlike the other free automation tools. So it will show the number of passed or failed test cases. So whatever we have ran here, it would be, just a second. Okay, so sometimes it happens.
okay. Maybe last time it got killed,
Mm. It had, yeah, yeah, it got
because of
killed, but
that.
I think this
Yeah,
was,
report didn't get generated properly. So I think you can
yeah,
go with the
generated. But yeah, but
you can go with
no,
that first one.
but for
Like
the first one also,
yeah, first one. Go
yeah,
to the
yeah.
third.
So you, yeah, you can see my screen.
Yes, Monty, we can see.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the first report. So whatever it is, whether it's failed, complete, so it will show. So it will show you like this, that the first test suite for sign up, it got completed, but both of the test cases got failed due to some or the other reason, and for the second one as well. So once you click on the individual test suites, you will get a test report as well. So whatever whatever actions you have done, if you have captured the screenshot as well, it will let you know, and on what step it has failed. Okay, so like that it will show you, so you can easily access the reports as well. And yeah, any other questions we can take?
Yes. So there is one question, like one of the user, like they ask, like whenever they'll record a script, they will like mess up with the objects. So I think they are recording same script again and again. So Katalon will, if objects are already available in the object repository, it will give you option, like three options.
Ah,
Either you
yes.
can, yes. So Monty,
Yes,
can you
yes.
show that if possible, like or something like?
So when uh, are done with recording your script here, so after you stop it, it will ask you whether you want to store your object locators directly under object repository like we saw initially, or you want to create a separate folder. So the best practice is always to create a separate folder that should have some relatable name with the test case based on your convenience, so that once you and your team collaborate, and if you want to modify any locator on any elements, you have the ease and convenience to go and do the modifications. I think
And
I
yeah.
responded to the answer.
Yeah, Monty, I'll add on that. So, like, if you have already recorded that step before also, and that object is present in the object repository, so if you try again the recording, so Katalon will give you option. Either you can replace the existing object if it is already available. You can do the create a duplicate object. You have three options, and you can do the merging with the existing object. So three options are available. You can choose the correct one, and you can do that, so it will avoid the duplication of the objects. So you have that option. So before saving the objects to
Yes,
the object repository, you can select the correct options. Okay.
that's correct.
Yeah, so
That's
one
correct.
of the
Yes.
user is looking for the BDD one. They want some video or some reference to be followed for VDD automation. So Monty, did you get a chance to work on the VDD automation using Katalon?
Yes, I have done that, but if you want a follow-up session on that, we have not done it, but you can definitely do it, and you can do it here in the include
Yeah,
options, and you can use the BDD thing over here. Yeah.
yes, we can do that, and we will plan like for a future session for the VDD automation also. Like as most of the users are trying VDD with the Katalon, and we'll create some more reference video and documents on the Katalon website, so it will help our user to use the VDD more effectively. Okay, so there is one question,
Yes, that's correct.
Monty.
That's correct.
Yeah, there is one
Mhm.
question.
Mhm.
So user is asking, in this era of SDET roles in demands, does Katalon provide scriptless automation, especially for the experienced testers and very little or zero knowledge on programming?
So Catalan Studio has been designed in a way that it will aid anybody who has less programming experience or no programming experience, but totally scriptless. It is not totally scriptless. It is a low code, having the ability to write your own scripts as well. But let me tell you, this is the best option because you have more control if you have the ability to create using keywords and through scripts as well. I have seen automation tools, I don't want to name them, but I have seen automation tools who are totally scriptless, but I feel that you do not have much control over it because you are stuck with creating a separate. But with tools like Catalan Studio, you can play with the manual keyword tab and with the script tab. It's, if I want to give an analogy on that, if you have a car that is totally automatic, and someday you feel that had I been had this car been with combined with the manual gear options, you would have enjoyed it more. So I am just trying to give you an analogy, based on that. But yeah, totally scriptless is also not good. It's my personal opinion. I mean, it's a debatable topic. But yes, if you use Catalan Studio, you do not, irrespective of your experience or your knowledge, you can straight away start with your projects. And today's world is agile world. If you want to kickstart or create a automation project, you would never want to start with the open and free available open source tools. Catalan Studio is the best in that, and they are doing a pretty much good job, and anybody can use it. It's simple, easy, and convenient.
Yeah. Thank you, Monty, for the detailed answer on this. So hope it answered your question. So yeah, so like on object again, another follow-up question. We created a unique data attributes. So do we select that only when testing or and not the XPath? So Monty, you want to take this up? Like they have created the unique data attributes, and do they only select that particular attributes while doing the recording, or they not the XPath? So do you want to add
Okay,
anything?
so Catalan Studio, once you try to automate using Catalan Studio, 90% of the chance is that it will select a perfect locator for you. But it depends on you. If that element or if that locator is failing, you can create it, but just be sure that is unique in the page object model. So if it is unique, you can replace it, or you can play it with the already captured XPaths or attributes. So just make sure that it's unique. If it's unique, then there is no problem. Catalan Studio will eventually detect it.
Yeah, and if you want, Monty, you can go to this project, go to this project option, top menu. Yes, project, yes. Go to settings.
Oh yes, you can create custom as well, custom attributes
Yeah,
as well,
test
and
design. Go to test design, web UI.
yeah,
Inside that web UI, yes.
yeah.
So here
So you
also
can
you can
create over
select
here
the,
as well.
yes. Yeah, here you can select the attributes, like which attributes you want to work, and you can pair it, do the sequencing, like which one you want to be work as a your primary locators. That option you can select it. You can
Yes,
change the sequence
and
of this locators.
yes, and there is one more nice feature. If you do not want any, you want to create your custom, you just add it
And yeah, you
over
can
here.
work with your custom attributes also. So
Yeah.
yes, you can do that. And so there is one more follow-up. So the checks must be in order or it doesn't matter. So for if you're working with the attributes, like checks doesn't matter in orders. Okay, but with the XPath, it will the orders are matters. Monty, you can add like
Yeah, so the simple strategy is that make sure that your locators are unique. That's it, and it will do the job for you. You do not have to put extra mind in it. Just make sure that the element locator, it is, because it is the best strategy. It should be unique. That's it. And if you find the unique one, anyway, Catalan will automatically detect it for you. But if you still want to use your own locators, that should be unique, and you're good to go.
yes, yes. And Monty, I want to take one question, like how to handle the dynamic objects, as you have more experience in Katalon, so maybe you have got the chance.
Dynamic object. So then we do not have time. I can speak for hours. Then you have to really delve into the concepts of locators, neighbor locators, and all that, and find the unique one and just put it in the attribute or expert section. Then it can be done that way.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, we can work with the dynamic objects and we can handle it like you just need to be like a more specific with the property which you are working for like your web page. So we always suggest user to go with the static property whenever you do automation with any tool. Okay. If you work with the dynamic property, not now, but in later in phase, you will face problem. Okay. So that's my suggestion. And I think Monty, we have covered lots of like most of the questions. So yes, I think
Yeah, just give me 2 or 3 more minutes. I just want to show. because okay, internal is okay. We can create Excel and CSV is just the same. It's just, you create a Excel, because I just want to highlight some of the capabilities. So just create the variables over here, whatever the variables with your data, right? And you create an Excel file over here. I will just not waste time. And you browse the particular Excel. So same goes with the, so this is the Excel worksheet, and it will do it for you. Same way, we have to bind the data in the test suites or test suite collection. But there is one more I wanted to show you. You can connect the database as well. So like, I will in DB, you can collect the database as well. Let's say database. So now here it is different. It is different from the earlier three options. So if you want to do it, you just edit this, and it will support all the JDBC and databases, for example MySQL. So I already had a free one over here, and I will show you, just to know, just give it a moment. So this is for database, and this is MySQL database, and it's the free version, freesqldatabase.com. If you want to try it, you can also do that. And where is the go? Yeah, over here. Just a second. Since I have a specific user and specific password for this, and you can copy. So this is MySQL, and you can replace it with your host name. The host name in my case is sql9.freesqldatabase.com with a port number as well. And for that, you would need the DB connector as well, which I had already downloaded. Let me see if I'm able to find it. Okay, this one. Otherwise, it will not connect. So you can directly do apply and close instead of applying. So you click on edit query, and just copy the username and password, and you test it. So if it's not working, then there is something that is missing. You will see, we'll just fire. Okay, so it connected actually, so it loaded, so it will do that. Then after that, the same way, we will bind it, and we will bind it in a test suite or in a test case, and it will fetch the data from here. So this is one of the features as well.
Yeah, Mohit.
I,
Yeah, Monty. Thank you for covering that database connection. Like most of the people are want to try that database connectivity, and like how they can use data from the database directly. So thanks for showing that. It's a short time, but yes, we can
yeah,
yes, you can check the recordings for the more detailed one. So let's team, we have started the poll section. So if you like the today's session, please give us the feedback so we can plan more such session on that. So yeah, so please let us know your feedback. And thank you, Mohit, for Monty, for the detailed session on the web automation. And sorry, I am talk so many times I took your name wrongly, but Monty,
Oh,
thanks for that.
that's perfect.
Thanks for the detailed one, and it was like very helpful for the users who are like trying to use or like starting with the Katalon. It's very helpful one. So we have short in a time, but it was very informative one. So team, I'll share some of the resources if you want. So you can go to our Katalon forum thread where you can find all the technical discussion which are going on. If you have any technical doubts or queries, you can post it there. If you have any new feature requests, just post it there. Our support team will take those questions and they will help you with that. And if you want to know about our upcoming webinars, you can register on this link. So you will get like from our upcoming webinars updates. So please do that. And thanks for joining today's session. It was great. It was great session. I will say that. So so many helpful tips we got from Monty. So thank you, Monty, for sharing your experience with the Katalon and with the users. So it is really helpful. So if you want to add anything, Monty, please do that.
Thank you very much. I know it's pretty much late in India and in Vietnam. It's in Vietnam, I think it's technically 16th of August. So thank you very much for joining in. Uh, if you want a follow-up session, we can do that. If you want a workshop, we can do that. Just let us know, or you can reach me on my LinkedIn ID, or you can reach Vaibhav or anyone from the Katalon team. And there is a plethora of documentation forums available. We have close to 10,000 community members. So if you start with a Katalon studio, the chances are, you are going to love automation. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, Monty. Thank you. Thanks for adding that. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank
See
you very
you
much. Bye.
soon.
Have a nice day. See you.
Yes.